Hello everyone, this is Adnan with CANAP's training video series. Now this is a new video series in regards to SCCM 2012 training. This is part 1 of the video. In this video I'm going to cover the lab architecture and the SCCM installation. So let's get started. Here in this in this lab architecture that I have, this is SCCM 2012. I'm using SCCM 2012 R2 evaluation version. I have these 3 servers in here. All 3 servers are server 2012 R2, and then names of the servers are SCCM SCDC1. This is the IP address is 105.10 192.168.105.10. It is a DC DNS, and the domain name is canaps.pri. I have 2 servers. So one server is SCCM main server. This server has SQL Server 2012, SCCM 2012 R2. It will be a primary site server. We're going to be using a standalone primary site architecture. We won't be using CAS in this case. CAS is mostly required for large sites, like based on documentation, it is 100,000 objects or above. So we'll be using standalone SCCM architecture, standalone primary. For that reason, we're going to have a primary site server as this server. So on the same server, we're going to have some other roles, which is mandatory roles. Among those, it will be a primary site server, it will be a site DB, it will be management point and a distribution point. Apart from this, we're going to install another server where for now it will be just being another additional distribution point. Other than being a distribution point on this server, we won't be having anything else at the moment on this. Maybe in this video series we'll be installing a secondary site server on this. So we're going to keep it as a secondary. So I called this SCCM 02, this is SCCM 01. Most of our work will be on this server. Other than this, we have a client machine. So this is CANAPS CL1, this is Windows 7 machine, and the IP address is 105.140. We'll be installing SCCM Management Console on this, and SCCM agent or SCCM client will be installed on this to be managed through SCCM. Other than this, we'll be connecting to internet, to Microsoft Update servers, when later on in the same video series we'll be setting up software update point, and in that case we'll be connecting to internet. Let's get started. But before the lab, I want you to see that to see the installation. Guys, SCCM installation is not simple. It's not. It's a bit complicated, but it's not very difficult. I mean, it's a bit difficult, but not complicated. So let's put it this way. Now, this installation is different from other applications installation. Active Directory installation is very simple. Server installation is very simple. Even VMware installation is simple. Even Citrix installation is not that complex, but this installation is a bit complex. So during this installation, I would say go step by step. At every major step, take a snapshot of your VMs, because any step can cause corruption in your operating system, and that might require you to rebuild the complete environment instead of you might not be able to fix it in the beginning. So I would say at every milestone, every milestone, take a snapshot. So what is a milestone? Milestone, like you build 3 servers, you set up IP address, you set up naming. Before Active Directory, take snapshot of all 4 machines. So don't take snapshot of just one machine, take a snapshot of all 4 machines. And then when you install Active Directory and all the machines are members of Active Directory, then take another snapshot. And then after that, you start working with these prerequisites for SCCM. I would say take snapshot is wherever possible. So it's very important so that you can revert back to different stages as you go on. Now, Prerequisites for SCCM are as follows. So SCCM prerequisite installation. So we'll be installing SCCM on this, obviously. So once your Active Directory is ready, these all machines are part of Active Directory. This is part of Active Directory. Then we'll start the prerequisites installation on this machine. So, and also you need to remember this is the main machine. It will be having our SQL Server. It will be having SCCM, although we can install SQL Server on this as well. But just to make simple for now, we'll be installing SQL Server on the same machine. Secondly, so prerequisites includes these. We need to create a system management container. I'll show you how we create it. After system management container is created, now this needs to be done on Active Directory. Then we need to delegate control for system management container for this server. So this server will be added to this container. We'll delegate control for this. After that, we are going to update Active Directory schema by using this command, and this command is available with the SCCM within SCCM CD. And in order to verify if this command ran successfully, we can look at these logs here. And then the next step will be to install ADK, Microsoft Windows Assessment and Development Kit. So ADK Assessment Development Kit for Windows 8.1. You can download it right from this URL. You can type this URL, or what you can do is you can just Google download ADK for Windows 8. It will directly take you to this URL. So once these are done, then you start adding roles. So you are going to add IAS role. In IAS, it needs many things to be selected. I would suggest for this test lab to select everything in IAS just to make installation simpler. Or if you want, I have a link here. So this link will help you as well. This is a link from internet. Gary Hampson, he has step-by-step guides for everything in SCCM. I am basically following his guide for SCCM installation, although I did SCCM installations many times, but still without following a step-by-step, it would be quite impossible to complete the installation just remembering off your head. So I'm following this person. There are others too, like Prajwal Desai. If you search for SCCM Prajwal Desai, or you can search for Windows Noob SCCM, they also have an installation. But this is by far the most easiest one that I saw. So you can follow this as well. So server roles are these two roles to be installed. We will be installing WSUS, but we won't configure it. Other than these, we need to install these features. And after that, once these all are done, prerequisites are done, what you can do is we can start the SQL installation and SCCM installation. Obviously, you are going to need SQL ISO 2012 ISO. You are going to need these two ISOs. Now let's get started on our lab. Now my lab is SCCM. So this is my first server based on this architecture. At the same time, let me show you the architecture here. So 3 servers, and I do have 3 servers here. So server number 1, this is server number 1. Let's verify our configuration. Name is properly, guys. Make sure that you have proper names here, otherwise it will be a bit difficult for you to follow up these video series. So name is this, here name is this, and the IP address is 105.10. There is no Active Directory. I'm going to start with the Active Directory installation, but for now this server is ready. Second server is SCCM. Second server is SCCM here, and here we call it SCCM 01 right here. So going into this is SCCM 01. SCCM 01 IP address is 105. It is fine. Let's check the third server. Actually, this is the screen where I installed the VMware tools from here. So you must have VMware tools for this. So that's why it's so I'm just gonna say no to restart. And here you go to local server. Here you do see SCCM02, SCCM02, it is IP address 120, sorry. Firewall is off. Make sure on all of them firewalls is off. One more thing you need to switch off is IE enhanced security, which is this one. So it will be on, but you need to switch it off. The last machine is Windows 7 machine, and Windows 7 machine we do have. Let's make sure that we have IP address, proper IP address on this. So it is 140, so this is 140. So this is my environment. My base environment is ready. Guys, at this point, I took a snapshot of all of them, and I called the snapshot. So I took a snapshot. I called it IP without Active Directory. So this is my first milestone. So now I'm going to start with, first of all, Active Directory installations. When Active Directory installation is done, and this will be done on this server, I'm going to join all these machines. Okay, so let's get started now. So let's start with Active Directory. I'll try to not to have long videos for this, so I'll try to stay within 20 minutes for each video. Let's see how much time it will take. So here, add role, next, and next. You add Active Directory. It goes on. I will add this one as well at the moment because I'm gonna need it anyways. So based on our architecture, because it will be restarting after this, and at the same time I'm gonna switch on this one as well, bits, because as we know, as we saw here, we do need these two to start with. So I'm just adding them now. So bits, remote differential compression. So I also added this, and one more. So remote differential compression. So I added these. Can I add anything else? Can I add anything else here? No, we cannot, because I'm installing ADDS. With ADDS, it's not recommended to add anything else. So for now, I'm just adding these features. And next, now this is asking because we selected, or did we select it ADCS? I don't need ADCS. Oh, we don't need ADCS. We need ADDS. So sorry about that. This role was required, not this. So next. And done. Here for the web server, just like I said, because it is adding a web server role automatically. So for now, I'm gonna go add everything, and I'm gonna show that article to you in which you can just choose some specific role. Other than installing these prerequisites manually, what you can do is you can also there is a very good link from where you can download a prerequisites installer. You don't need FTP server here, but you do need IaaS management for SCCM. For now, I'm just selecting everything just to make this installation kind of simpler. I mean, you can go with some specific, and I'm going to show you what is actually required. So here, let's go with this. So it is being installed. I'm going to pause this video until this is installed. Okay, so it failed. Okay, so recommended is that with ADDS you should not install any other roles. It's not a issue with Active Directory at this point. This is an issue with .NET 3.5. So for that reason, the installation got stuck. What I need to do, I need to close this and add this again. Let's see, I was able to add the ADDS role. No, it was not able to add anything. So let's go simple. In simple words, I'm going to install just ADDS to start with, and next, I'm not going to add any SCCM feature because SCCM complexities, we're going to deal with them later. For now, I'm just going to install. Sorry about that. I wanted to save some time and install those requisites, but it's going to make a very simple Active Directory installation complex. So let's do it step by step. So Active Directory is being installed. Now while this is being, so it is installed, it's fine. As soon as this is done, you can keep an eye on this flag. This flag is saying that I need to do some stub post. So this one's the failed, we can close this, and this one is installation. This is done, but this we need to do, and we need to promote this server to a domain controller, which is like running a DC promo. So it is add new forest. Our new forest based on our naming convention was our architecture canvas.pri. You can name anything. But if you're past part of this training, you should be using this. So here, and this is that second screen for DSRM mode. And next, it should automatically bring up the NetBIOS name of your domain. In our case, it's canaps. So it is done. And done, and move on. Now Active Directory will be ready to be installed, but for now it failed. It's saying verification prerequisites, DNS services are required to proceed, complete DNS client configuration. Okay, so it's saying that on our network card I did not set up the DNS IP address. So since it will be the same server that is going to be my DNS, so I'm gonna just choose 10. So just go here, just set up the DNS. So this is 1, and 1 or more failed, so it's just saying that rerun the prerequisites. So we're going to go back again, and next. So verifying prerequisites for Active Directory. Hopefully it should go on. There might be some warnings, so there are some warnings, otherwise all prerequisites are successfully passed. So done. Install, and now it is installing Active Directory. So let me pause this here, and then once it is installed, or if it reaches any error message, then I'm gonna come back here again. So it is still installing. Now what I can do in the meantime, I can make sure that these other servers are pointing to that DNS. Normally I do point them to DNS when I set up the IP address, so this one is pointing to DNS. And once Active Directory is ready, we should be able to join this. We need to be in Server Manager on these two machines, and I'll just click on Workgroup to join it to Active Directory. I won't be able to join it now. I'm just making it ready. Once the Active Directory is installed, do the same thing. This is pointing to DNS, I already know, but you can verify. So here, just wait for this. What's happening here? So it is automatically restarting. So this is what DC Promo does. When DC Promo is done with Active Directory install, it is automatically restarting this. And here I'm making these machines ready. And here you can go to Properties, change Settings, change, and ready to be joined to Domain. And once this comes back, we'll be able to press OK in all of them. So right after, once they are all joined, I'm going to take another snapshot at this Active Directory level, and then we're going to install all the prerequisites. Now I was talking about that there is a script as well. So this is the website where this guy has created a tool for installing prerequisites installation. And this tool, I never tried it before, but I'm gonna try it. Now with this tool you can install prerequisites for CAS, primary sites, secondary sites, site system roles, or others. Here it says, so all you need to do, extend. Okay, here it says the tool will only run in this, and the tool dedication, validation, PowerShell. So it says a lot of things here. You'll have to option to choose to download the setup. So the tool looks good. So let me go back here. Let's see how is it going. So still our DC is being downloaded. Now if you want to try the tool, so we can go both ways. I can do this one by one, all of them, or I can go with the tool as well. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a snapshot after once they are all run. Then after taking a snapshot, I'll run the prerequisite and see that I'm gonna run this tool, and if that doesn't work, then we'll go manually. So for now, Active Directory is ready. Let's log in. So make sure you're logging into a domain. So you're logging into a domain. Here we need to press OK. So here. Now with SCCM, it is very, very important that your Active Directory DNS knowledge should be very clear. You should be very clear in understanding Active Directory and DNS. Otherwise, you will be stuck in very simple things and away from SCCM. And goal of this complete training is to have full attention on SCCM and not on operating system or Active Directory. Those have to be on your fingertips. So here so these machines are being joined, and restart. This machine is being joined. Now just to make sure while these machines are restarting, what we can do is we can always go and double check Active Directory. So we can go here, we can go into ADUC, and we should find them in computers containers. So once the machines are joined, they should appear here. So it's a good thing. They all are here now at this point. So the machines are even restarted thanks to SSD. Wow, this was fast. And then make sure the first time you log in, you must log in with CANAPS on the domain, not the machine. This is you're logging into a machine. So I'm going to go back here, other user. Make sure you have CANAPS/administrator, and then same thing here. Do not log in locally, because otherwise everything that you install will be installed with the local credentials. So logging in, and here it's not necessarily okay. Here you also need to switch user, so not necessarily you have to log into all of them. I'm just making sure that they are properly joined to Active Directory and they can log in. So they're all logged in, and let's go to server. It says here they are joined to CANAPS. This is joined to CANAPS. This one is joined to CANAPS. This one is joined to CANAPS, restarting. Here it is a domain itself. Now at this point, as we decided that we're going to take a snapshot. I'm going to call this take a snapshot after AD. So Active Directory is installed. So one thing that I would strongly suggest is that you must take snapshot of all of them while you take snapshot of one. So it is taking, keep an eye on this. So here. need to do, keep an eye on this, saving data 41% before you proceed, because this is at this point it is taking a snapshot. So although snapshots will take a lot of disk space, but that is the risk that you need to take for the disk to have these milestones so that you can revert to these different levels. Now, so I can revert to this level at any point in time if anything goes wrong. Now comes with the prerequisites. So we have two ways to go with this. One is go for these one by one. Now, how do you know? How do I follow? Where are the detailed step-by-step instruction guys? As I said, I'm using this article. So I'll go on to this. So either you type it or you search it, Google it, Gary Hampson SCCM step-by-step guide. You go here, and this is part 1. So here, this person has a beautiful guide on this website, on his website, and it takes you from step by step. So it's taking you from step by step. I'll be doing that in the video as well, but if you are stuck anywhere, you can refer back to this website. Now let's first download this script. I've already downloaded it. It's right here. I'm going to go to show in folder. I'm going to copy this. Actually, first of all, I'm going to extract this because this is zip file. So you better extract. If you don't have the extraction tool, you can download WinRAR. So first of all, let me copy this. So let's copy this to our SCCM server here. So now this is the first thing. So this is my DC. I need it on this. So here I'm gonna go here, go to C drive. I'm gonna create a folder called I'm gonna say SCCM stuff, and in this I'm gonna copy this. So it is here now. So in this case, all we need to do is extract all here. So we are extracting it. It is extracted. Okay. So it's important to see that how to use this tool. So here it's saying the tool is user, local admin, permissions, and can support PowerShell. Older versions are here. Okay, let me quickly check one thing and then I'll be back. Although this video is almost half an hour. So what I'll do, I'll just stop everything here and then I'll create a new video, which is part 2 of the video, and we're going to be installing the prerequisites. So thank you for watching this video. We'll see you in the next video.